Okay, now that we got our chicken nice and golden brown where we want it, we're going to put our herbs in there. We're going to get that thyme and that rosemary in there, which is going to give it a nice Italiano accent. So let's get our herbs in there. Now the herbs are going to reach their full flavor potential as you heat them up. So we don't want to burn them, we just want to get them up to heat. So that they'll release all their oils and all their good flavors. You always want to make sure with your garlic that you stay on top of your heat, because you never want to burn your garlic. That'll ruin your dish. So we'll get our caramelized onions in there. Get our carrots in there. We'll get our mushrooms in there. We also want to put our bacon in at this point, because when we hit it with the wine, we want the wine to infuse with all of our ingredients for our dish. So we got everything in there. Let's add our wine. Don't be afraid to taste your wine. If you can't drink it, then it's not good wine to use. So don't mess with the cooking wine. Get you the same wine you would drink with. And in this case, we're using Marsala wine, which is going to give us a good nutty flavor. It's also slightly sweet, but it has a lot of aroma, which is perfect for this dish. Alright. When we add our wine, we're also deglazing the bottom of our dish, which is what we want. You see that? That's called deglazing right there. So your pan is going to go through stages where a lot of what you cook is going to stick to the bottom, but we don't want to clean it. As long as it's not burnt, we can deglaze it. Okay, now at this point, we've let our wine cook down a little bit, so we've cooked the alcohol out of the wine. So we're going to stir that up while deglazing our pan. And then we're going to add our slurry that we had in our refrigerator. Now the key to this, so that you don't get a lumpy sauce, is that you add your cold liquid to a hot pan. You don't want to have hot liquid with a hot pan, because you'll get lumps when you're using flour. So let's add our slurry in there. What this is going to do is thicken up our sauce and give it our last component of flavor. Alright. Now when you're working with your slurry, your sauce is going to reach its full thickening point when it comes to a boil. So we just want to bring it to a boil. But once you do that, you taste your sauce, see what it needs. It may need a little more salt, maybe not. Then you're done. But once again, this is the family style. This is the easy style if you just want to have a nice, flavorful dish for the family. Alright, now what we're going to do for our fancy style chicken marsala, we're going to take a little bit of butter, let that melt in our pan. Then we're going to add our other ingredients, our vegetables, and we're going to make a nice slaw with those. And we're going to top our chicken with it. Okay, so now we got our butter where we want it. We're gonna put some garlic in there. Put our garlic in there. Let that get a little brown. Just like that. Make sure you control your heat with your garlic because it'll burn real fast. Alright, so we got our garlic in there. Next thing we're going to add is our herbs. We got our herbs in there. And once we get our herbs in there, we're going to put our caramelized onion and our caramelized carrots. And this is going to be the topping for our fancy style chicken marsala. Then we also going to put our bacon in here. And these flavor components all together are going to come together beautifully on top of our chicken marsala. Let's stir those up. And those are done. Now what we're going to do for our fancy style chicken marsala is we're going to add a little oil to our pan. Then we're going to flour our chicken. We're going to do like a simple pan fry of our chicken. So we're going to take some of these boneless, skinless breasts thighs that we have. And we're going to dredge them in flour. So just put them in there. Flip them, get them on the other side. Shake them off. Put them in your pan. Now we got 3 of them, so we're going to do all 3 of them. Put them in there. Dredge them with your flour. Put them in your pan. Shake them. We're going to shake them. Dredge them with our flour. Get them in our pan.